Hello family, it's Pearl Holstock with another episode, A Life Worth Mentioning. I am so excited today because I am chatting with the ladies from KZN Women in Business. We are going to be discussing everything entrepreneurial, everything support, everything community. But most importantly, we are going to be talking about this amazing event that is coming up, where we are inviting each and every one of you to come and showcase your products, showcase your services, and tell us what is your business. I am so excited. With me today, I am going to be speaking with Utilani. She is the chair lady of the KZN Women in Business. I am going to introduce her. Utilani.
Hello, Pearl. How are you? So nice seeing you, looking gorgeous as always.
Thank you.
I thought there could only be one queen in the house, so I'll leave that for you.
Oh, you look amazing. Tilani, before we start, I need to know something.
Yeah.
Are you a tea person or a coffee person?
Tea person.
Tea person.
Milk, no sugar.
Milk, no sugar.
Yeah.
A morning person or afternoon person?
Most probably afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yeah. It takes me some time to get going, and then
And what's your favorite color?
green.
Green.
You want to say that?
That's my favorite color as well.
Green and pink. But a specific green and a specific
Okay, I
pink.
feel like I'm a little bit representing you, a little bit. And I can see in your lips you're wearing a little bit of pink.
I'm wearing a little bit of lipstick especially for you.
Oh,
That's
thank
it.
you, my friend.
I even got a bit of base on and I got a bit of mascara on.
Oh, you look amazing. Can we go and make tea?
Absolutely. Please, I would love some. Thank you. 5 roses and not rooibos, eh?
Yes, 5 roses.
After being pregnant and couldn't drink normal tea,
Yes.
only rooibos, I don't think I can ever face rooibos tea again. I don't know about you.
No, I love my rooibos.
Do you?
The thing is, I'm a tea collector. Is somebody else joining us today?
Yes, I think. Hold on. Ah, Famara, she's arrived. Famara, please come and join us here for a cup of tea.
For a cup of tea. Nice.
Come on through.
Come through. Okay.
So, hope you like tea. Are you going to join us for some tea?
Of course. I'm a tea person, so tea is just my thing as
Go
well.
in the middle there.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Can I get my hand?
Of course.
Hug?
You're a hugger. Me as well. Yes.
Thank you so much for
The
coming
language
today.
of love, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me see which one is yours. This one is yours, Tilani. It's guest.
Oh, okay.
Ah. Oh, also
Yes.
is that?
Oh, this is gift.
Beautiful.
And this one is mine.
I want to see what does yours say.
Oh, this is lovely.
Yes.
Ah,
Oh,
presenter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just in case we forget who we are.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I need to establish some rules.
Oh, okay.
It's not my house.
And that's your subtle way of doing it, eh?
Yes.
You could have made the presenter a bit bigger, but it's okay.
So how was the traffic coming in?
Not too bad, actually. So
Yeah.
this time seems to work.
So how long have you been in business?
Well, I've been at Tufter for 25 years, but interestingly enough, when you talk about business, our organization is 67 years this year. So,
Congratulations, that's
Yeah,
a huge
that's
milestone. So how are you finding being in the KZN Women in Business?
well, it's been such a joyous experience because you get to meet such inspirational women who are really driven by purpose. And I think that's the kind of thing that I picked up from attending the meetings, is that it's women who are driven by purpose, who see the strength in collaboration and helping each other out. And that's the other magical energy of Women in Business, is that it was not women just for themselves, but really it's about our collaborative efforts that can pick everyone up.
And support and
And
everything.
support, but for me, I have to say, it's the fact that you feel included. Inclusivity, diversity, for me, that's my big thing.
Yeah.
That is why I said, I'm staying here.
Yeah,
I'm staying
You're
here.
so lucky because you bring the glam, eh?
Samarenganza wethu umngamlungu omhlophe kuwa with another episode of A Life Worth Mentioning. Today I have the pleasure of sitting among 2 phenomenal business women that are movers and shakers in our province of KZN. I am so privileged. I'm feeling like I'm sitting as a flower in between 2 powerhouses.
Beautiful flower.
Thank you for honoring the invite.
Thank you for inviting us.
Please, can you briefly tell me a little bit about
Myself.
yourself?
Yeah, my name's Talani Groot. I'm by profession a photographer, so I focus on branding and lifestyle and family photography. And I'm also chair lady for KZN Women in Business at the moment for 2024-2025. And that's where I met beautiful Paul.
And And you're a beautiful lady. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm Famada Shamam. I'm the CEO of Chapter, which is the Association for the Aged. I'm a social worker by profession, so I have a background in social work and management, and I've been part of the Chapter for like 25 years, looking at ways in which we can support older persons. And I am thrilled that KZN Women in Business had chosen Chapter to be the charity of the year, and also that we were invited to attend the meetings to talk about some of the work that we do, but also sharing the journeys of other businesswomen and looking at ways in which we can also support the businesses that they run. So it's been a very inspiring
I think
journey.
You were our charity about 2 years ago.
2023.
Because each year our members nominate and then vote in a charity that's supported the following year. So all our proceeds go straight to the charity. But even apart from just that monetary amount we give you, we try and support our charities as much as we can. So you had a big ring ka-ching million rand
cash ring rush.
Cash ring rush, that's what it was called. So a few of us went and attended that and supported there. And, you know, through KZN Women in Business, we do try and give our charities a lot of airtime and publicity to get your name out there. And that's what you were saying earlier, how the collaborations come together. It's, you know, you don't go to KZN Women in Business, or I think any networking to get. You go to give, whether it's off yourself, information or just value or support. And through that, it's amazing how it just then turns and come back to you. So that's fantastic.
So ngiyazi ukuthi mhlambe lapha emakhaya uyazibuza ukuthi what is KZN Women in Business? Iqale kanjani? Which year did it start? And who can become a member? You are asking these questions, and today we are literally here to answer them. I've prepared a small little platter for us because I believe that KZN Women in Business allow you to literally eat from the same plate. That is the culture that I felt the moment I walked in. I was accepted, recognized. I was heard, even though I didn't say anything. And for me, that is so important. Njengoba nazi ukuthi ngumuntu ofike kafuna ukuthi mefika endaweni ngibone diversity. Ngifuna ukuthi mengifika endaweni ngibone someone obukeka njengoThilani, someone obukeka njengami, someone obukeka njengo my sister. It's so important that when you walk in any space, you see that this person is recognized and that person is recognized and that person is recognized. That is what a life worth mentioning is about. So that is why I brought them namhlanje ngathi abazokhuluma nathi. So they are going to tell us a little bit ukuthi yini KZN Women in Business and when did it start?
Well, thanks for that, but I love the symbolism of this. And I'm going to help myself just now because I'm starving. But let me talk first, otherwise I'll have stuff between my teeth and we don't want that. KZN Women in Business is actually 30 years old this year. So it's a very special year for us. So counting back, I don't know when 30 years back is, but we're 30 years old. It was started by, a couple of ladies who just realized, the men have their country clubs and their chamber of commerce and all that, and the ladies just didn't have it. So they started, I think there were 6 of them, and they got together in a coffee shop, and I think in the middle of Durban, and from there it just grew. And I think that's when they realized the support and the value of a support system for women in business. And, really anybody that's a female can come. It doesn't matter what type of business you're in, whether you work for a company like you do or an NPO, whether you're the boss of this big company of the NPO, a startup entrepreneur, or someone that's in business, because there's so much on offer for everybody. Because the structure of the meeting would be, there's a beautiful breakfast we have a guest speaker, and then we have networking opportunities. So through that, a lot of women find either support. They might not need the business because of their type of business, but the support and the growth. And they learn. You can always learn from somebody. You learn from the speaker.
So ngenza kwethu ngisakhuluma nabomama be-KZN Women in Business okuyinhlangano yabantu besifazane abawosomabhizinisi abahlanganayo every month bezokwakhana, bezo-encourageana, bezo-inspirationa, bezo-connecta, more than anything bezo-networker, bezokhulisa amabhizinisi abo. I feel so privileged ukuthi I get to walk in rooms with phenomenal women and they pull a chair for me in their table and say, you have a chair in our table. As you know, I like to take our conversation to the table because I am inviting them in and I'm saying they are living lives that are worth mentioning. In my eyes, their lives deserve to be mentioned because they are creating a legacy, not just for their kids or their families, but for the next woman to see that it is possible. So Tilani, as you were saying.
Yeah, I think when it comes to the solopreneurs or entrepreneurs that work on their own, KZN Women in Business is a fantastic place for them to come and find a community for support. Because you can get so easily in your head going, I'm the only one with this problem and this is not working, I'm not worthy, blah, blah, blah. Yet you come to our meetings and you meet women, even in bigger business, who's got the exact same problems, exact same feelings. And that's when you know, okay, it's just the business journey, which is a tough journey. You know, you think, you start here and you end there. Meantime, you go in and out, and it's like a few twirly-whirlies before you get to where you want to be. Yeah. And just to know that there are other women of all classes, all stages in the business, all, race groups, everybody doing their business and affecting the people around them that you can learn from. That's so valuable. And I think that's also my biggest love that I have for KZN Women in Business is just that support. I mean, I came in literally as a very scared and terrified photographer who had no self-confidence and sitting in the corner, not speaking because, I couldn't compare with these ladies who've been in business for 10, 15 years or were CEOs and everything. But just by being in the room, you can grow as a person and grow your business. So, and those two always go hand in hand.
Yeah.
What you want to add?
Yeah, I think, coming from the other side where TAFTA was, the charity for the year, was a humbling experience to see all these women who are journeying. And I think what I love about what you were saying is that your journey through business is not a linear process. No. There are all of these pathways that you go and people share those journeys. But I think the thing that I took from KZN Women in Business was even though women were managing multiple priorities, there was a willingness to stop and say, I want to add more value. So there was a resonating of purpose. There's a way in which people can connect, and it wasn't about big things. It's really about saying, I am willing to open my network so that I can support this cause because this cause resonates with me. And so that was really inspiring that people were trying to run their businesses, but I'm pausing because I want to also do good. And this whole idea about ethical business, about making sure that you are grounded, that you are giving back, that came across very strongly. And I think for the year when we were chosen as the charity, we had so much of fun coming to the meetings because there's this vibe. And you're right, it's the breakfast and there's all this chatter around the room. There's this excited feeling. Everyone's happy to see each other. And when we went into the networking sessions, where people get to tell a little bit about their story, you do get to see the shyness, and you do get to see the hesitancy, but you also get to see how people have journeyed through KZN Women in Business, and it almost sets an example of how you could be. And so people then aspire to that. So it provides this kind of motivation. So I think the meetings that you have on a monthly basis are wonderful. It gives people a chance to just pause and let it be about me and my journey. And in that kind of space, you find pathways for you to elevate what you're doing. I think that's wonderful.
Particularly the staff members that come, because for charities and big corporates that's got more than one staff member, they can send any person from the organization to come, which it gives everybody the opportunity to go and grow. I think that's what it's mainly about. It's you're gonna grow sitting among other women and sort of being forced, saying it in a gentle way, to speak up about what you're doing, what your business is about, or your organization. And like I said, it honestly didn't come easy for me at all.
Absolutely. And I think the thing that kind of resonates as well is this whole thing about your light doesn't dim when you light the candles of others. It is about collectiveness and how we can support each other. That's kind of the sense I get about KZN Women in Business. And we were quite blessed because we'd come to the meetings and we'd listen to all the presentations from the different people, but we'd see the breadth of services that are being offered.
Absolutely.
And there were people that we then engaged with as an organization to purchase some of the things that we needed for our business.
Yes.
Because as much as we do charity, we also a business. We're in the business of caring.
Yes.
It just happens that our bottom line is not rands and cents. Our bottom line is compassion and care. But we do business with people. So when we were looking at purchasing items for our functions, or we're looking at engaging, getting cleaning materials, then we reached out to the people who were part of Women in Business. So they became part of our supplier database as well. So I think it's a symbiotic relationship.
And that also brings us to the real meaning of networking.
Absolutely.
Because we do have, some people just get it completely wrong, to be honest. They will arrive at a meeting, their first meeting, they'll sit down, they'll hand out their business cards, leave, and then you never see them again. You bump into them, or we normally email people and they'll come back, oh no, I didn't get any business. So that's not how it works, because I don't even know who you are. There's 60 women in the room, and maybe 3 does the same business of you, but because you've been there for 5 years or come regularly, I've got a relationship with you to a degree. It could be very intense, or it could just be at least I know your face and your name. So if I need to support a business, I'm going to go to the person I know and trust, because we've built a relationship. Not just the person that's just coming and throwing business cards around. We actually had it not that long ago where a lady, she did the business cards, but then straight away she emailed me as well all the stuff. I was like, okay, but I don't know. Firstly, I don't need your product, which if you got to spend time with me and got to know me, you would have known.
Yes.
So I would just delete that as spam. So she has not reached the target market she wanted. Where if she came to me and we chatted and she said, would you mind me sending it to you in case you know somebody?
Yes.
Then it's perfect. And that's and if you can't use anybody in the room, referrals. If there's something on Facebook, we need that. I immediately go, okay, so and so can help you.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I know it. So and I think that's maybe the importance of networking that a lot of people might not totally understand. It's all about building relationships and with people that you trust and like and want to do business with.
Absolutely.
The business is going to come.
Yes.
Unless if it's something really that we all desperately want right now, then you might purchase straight away. And that's the beautiful thing but also then afterwards. So many of the ladies that I've met there have now become very good friends as well. Even business and friends, or just business or just friends. And that's so valuable, because even if we don't do business together, we understand each other's business journeys. So that's
and I think what one of the aspects that you're speaking about that's so important is this whole thing about expectations in the long run. It can't be a once-off thing and the whole world is going to change because you came to one meeting. It really is about being in it for the long term. And just being clear about what do you want to achieve. Yes, at the end of the day, you want your business to grow. But more than that, you have to realize that you're not an island.
Absolutely.
You need other people.
Absolutely.
So it's about building up that network. And I think if you continue to stay true to your purpose, then those pathways starts opening up. But you will have your moments of joy and your moments of success, but you'll also have moments where things don't go the way it's supposed to go. And I think just talks to this whole idea that everything is temporary, isn't it? Temporary setbacks are temporary. Setbacks are temporary. Success is also temporary. And so you have to just embrace all of that experience as well.
You talked two points, Tilani, and she just mentioned something that I want to touch on. One thing for me, being in the marketing space and being a strategic person, one thing you mentioned is that when you walk into a room, don't hand out your business cards before you get to know a person. when I do any form of marketing for any of my clients, I always say, it's good that you are telling me this is your product, but who are you?
Yeah.
Like, who are you? What do you stand for?
Exactly.
Why did you start? Because for me, when you tell me that story, I feel connected to you. I feel like I can relate to you. Then I'm like, I wanna buy.
Yeah.
But
You
if
have a
it's not
starting point to work from.
yes, I need to know that I am supporting a human being, not a product. Because you are not what you sell.
Yeah.
You are Tilani. Yeah. Then Tilani is what? Tilani is a mom, Tilani is a wife, Tilani is a photographer. But I want to get to know you. So that is so important. You also mentioned something that truly resonates with me. We are not just living for the sake of living. We are creating a legacy for the next generation. When we are walking in a room, let people feel that, you know what, even though we spent literally 5 minutes with her, but we got a glimpse of who she is. Not who she was pretending to be. Because most ladies that come in out of a meeting and say we didn't get business, they did not walk in there and showed us this is who I am. I don't have confidence in this area. I am lacking in this area. I am bruised. I am limping. I am crying. I am bleeding. Business is not going well, but this is who I am. They walk out of it without any benefit because they did not show us exactly who they are the moment they walk in the room. Personally, I have benefited from walking into any space and being helped. Being loud without saying anything. Being loud because my business is talking. So even if I don't open my mouth and say something, but you will have to come to me and say, what do you do?
Yeah, but the thing is also, you look your brand. I mean, we can't wait to see what Paul's wearing at the next meeting. You're waiting for those doors to open. This colourful beauty walking in, and so, but that is, it's you, but it's also your brand. I mean, and where, like I say, for me it's different, and for you it's different. You must always wear your brand, your company colours.
Yes.
I'm trying my best to look a little bit more girly, but this is normally what I would wear.
Yes.
And like I say, I cannot rock up in something that is so not me and so not my business. I would just be uncomfortable, you know.
Yes. It's you, it's not you. Yes.
And that, I must say, that took some time to get used to, but that also brings us to you say getting to know people and for them to show their vulnerability.
Absolutely.
And very few people are going to show that in the first, second or third meeting.
Yes.
Again, reason to keep coming. Stay in the room. Like as uncomfortable as it gets, to stay in the room, connect till you can show that little bit of about you and can admit that business isn't going well.
Yes.
Everybody, how are you? I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm good.
I'm fine.
Business
and at the moment, very few people are truly fine, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, very few people also walk into a room full of strangers and immediately admit, listen, I'm not having a good day. They're going to hide behind something.
Yes.
Again, brings us back to consistency, coming to the meeting, getting to know the other people. And you're going to find your little tribe that you're going to be able to open up to and chat to.
Tilana, I'm going to ask now, what is the legacy that you want the next generation to know about KZN Women in Business? That's the first question. Secondly, what motto, what slogan do you guys stand for as an organization?
We are strong, positive women supporting each other in business. So that's the main thing from that. And legacy-wise, you know, I just think we've got so much depth of individuals and businesses in KZN and rich diversity, and I just think they're seeing things from a different perspective. I mean, and so many things coming in. I mean, you look at the younger generation and the things they come up with, it's like, oh my word. So I think it's to always almost have that mix of older people to bring in the wisdom, have the younger people to bring in the new creativity and the new way of doing things. Even though it's hard for us to sometimes go, I'm not so sure. We have to say that the worst sentence in business is we've always done it this way. Which is, it's comfortable sometimes and things work. But everything can always be improved. And that's where you bring in someone that's not like you. Because you have I don't know, lack of a better word, a race filter because of your background and everything else and the way things been done. But you bring in a young person from a different generation, different diversity group, and you just go, never thought of that. I mean, they'll do it so completely different. And even though if it doesn't work, you've got to keep on bringing new ideas to the table. And I think in KZN we've got a bit of everything. You know, it's so. I think that's the legacy, being open to more inclusivity, not just with race but age. And I did hear, I can't remember who it was now the other day, somebody saying that you've got to connect with someone that is completely different. So if I want to improve my photography, I should maybe meet with, say, an architect. No, not architect. That can be similar. Meet with a nurse, or meet with an accountant and ask them, look at my business. How do you see it? So it will be such a complete different perspective of your business, and you go, never thought about it that way. Because you stick to, like, I'll ask other photographers or people in the marketing or PR sphere or even influencers, like, how do we do this? What can we change? But you ask somebody complete opposite profession from yours, and it's just going to open up new conversations.
And I think that really does play to this whole idea around strength in diversity. That you open yourselves up to different perspectives, but also your advantages around the diversity. Very often we try to stick to that which we know. But if you really want to grow, then you have to be open to that kind of diversity as well. So it's very wise words.
I'm going to ask a personal question. You've been in business for a long time. Who is your mentor? Who is that one person you go to? Who is your coach? Who rebukes you? Who corrects you? Who congratulates you? Who cheers you on? Who says, I believe you can do it? I'm asking this from both of you, so I'm starting with her.
Okay. All right. So my mentor was the person who employed me at Apta. Her name was Mary Leppen. She's now passed on. Last year she passed away. Phenomenal woman. She was a social worker as well, but she had this absolute belief in social justice and the goodness of people. And she was honest. So when I messed up, she would tell me, maybe that's not the way you need to do things. But she invested in my development. So everything was, okay, try it. Let's just see how it goes. And so I never feared that I would fail because of the way in which she approached it. It's like, okay, that's one way, we don't do it now. Let's try something else. So she was my absolute mentor from a work perspective. But I must say, when I think back on my life and who has the influence in my life, I have to say it's been my mother. She was truly a woman of strength because she brought up her kids. And she had this absolute belief in you are the architect of your destiny. So this whole idea that where you are from is not the only determining factor of where you are going. So I'm from humble beginnings. And so, life was a struggle. So we take that as it was. But my mom's belief was, if you work hard and if you commit to doing something and you do it correctly, then you're going to get to where you need to go. So she was not impressed with all my degrees or anything. Her thing was always, are you doing the right thing?
Absolutely.
And she'd say to me, there's two pathways. There's a easy pathway, which is sometimes not the right pathway. But there's one that you have to journey along, and it may be more difficult. Follow the right pathway, So you get all of these mentors through your life. So whenever I do my mom's late as well. So whenever I do something, I sort of think back on, what is she going to say? So she used to use some really choice words. So let me not romanticize it. She'd come up with some choice words about things we were doing, but it does ground you. It does give you this idea that you can achieve things. And that's the legacy I leave for the people who I work with, but also for my daughter. So whenever my daughter is feeling challenged, and young people feel very challenged these days, they seem to have the world on their shoulders. So whenever she's feeling overwhelmed, I remind her, flowing through your veins is the blood of my mom and your grandmother, and they were great people, so you can do this. So that's the kind of legacy you leave, isn't it? Yeah, so.
I'm the same, but completely different. You know, coming from an Afrikaans background, both my parents always had their own businesses, so I that's why, and my two sisters also, they do their own businesses. I think I've only worked 4 years of my life for somebody else. My mom's perspective, they were a bit different. They more actually just let us do our thing.
Okay.
Like, no, we never had curfews. Yeah, 10 o'clock we were home. And they said, why are you home? So, we've done what we had to do, but growing up in Zandine, it's a small town.
Yes.
There was no clubbing. Everything did close at like 7, we were staying with friends, but, yet we never gave them reasons to not trust us. They had total trust in us.
Yes.
And again, I'm doing the same with my daughter. Someone I've admired for a long time is Cindy Norcott.
Yes.
And I mean, long before I actually really knew her and just saw her sort of from peripheral, it's just a hardworking woman who's achieved a lot, running a charity. She's got a heart of gold. She's kind, and she's also a straight shooter. And, but there to support anyone she meets. At any given time. You've never got any glimpse of she's this high-flying person at all. So that would be the business mentor for me.
The reason I ask this is because when you are going to start a business, or you're in business, I would really encourage you to get somebody that is going to mentor you. Someone is going to coach you. Someone that is going to help you. You really need that person. You can have this amazing idea, but give it to somebody else. Let somebody else listen to it. Be accountable to somebody else other than yourself. If you really want to grow in business, I believe that each and every person that has done great things in life, there was a person behind that person saying you can do it. Don't stop. Don't give up. So if you're in business, please get yourself a mentor, someone that is willing to invest in you. Not only tell you what you want to hear, but tell you the truth.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
You really, really need that person. I want to ask now another question. KZN Women in Business has been around for a long time. What challenges have you faced and how have you overcome them as an organization?
Sure. I've only been part of them about 8 or 10 years out of the 30, so I can't really speak to anything that happened before that, but the challenges have been since COVID, to be brutally honest. I mean, I literally started on the committee. We had our first meeting and COVID hit. So luckily we had Zenta as our chairlady, and I mean, it does seem like each chairlady is there at the right time. I mean, she was the perfect person to lead us through the COVID times. We had to put everything online, and we had to change things up obviously quite a lot. But she then created the little online meetings we had every Friday. I think might even have 2 times a week. And that's put us through the riots, the floods, and you could just see the women were broken. And they still needed that space. They couldn't go to a meeting anymore. And also at meetings, there's always, when you come a bit earlier, there's a time to chat and meet up with your friends. And even though we had the online meetings, that chat time wasn't there. So that's why then she created those extra little meetings for that. But yeah, things have changed dramatically, and because all business have changed. Now, since COVID, a lot of people have lost their businesses. A lot of people then had to go and find jobs, which means they can't attend the meetings, or vice versa. We had a lot of people immigrating, sadly, due to the riots. After that, we lost so many people. So again, business has changed. The bigger corporates are all, they're reducing staff numbers, or they're reducing the firms.
Now that she's in that point, I'm so excited. Are you a business owner? Une business yako. Ufuna ukuthi abantu balazi business lakho, but you don't know where to start. I'm inviting you to come to a room filled with women who've been in business for a long time. Come and network. I'm not going to say it, but something exciting is happening. Can you please tell us now what is happening in KZN Women in Business? What is going on? We are excited.
Yeah, there's, sure. I think pretty much our speaker slots for the year are full. So we've got very exciting speakers coming up. We got our monthly coffee connects, which are 2 smaller meetings where we go to only a maximum 8 people because we really want to get to know each other. And there's normally one held closer to, like I say, the sea, and then one up in the upper highway area just to accommodate everybody. We also started our workshops. We had our first one in February. Our next one, there'll be details coming up soon. I think it's going to be around June. We usually get past all these public holidays. It's like, gosh, it's like not a lot of time left. And then our big 30th birthday bash is coming up. We're currently working on the save the date invite, so that should be out very soon. Then the next thing up will be our May meeting, where we've got the June meeting. The lady speaking in our June meeting, she's a powerhouse of a lady. I'm not going to give you the name now. Yes. I want you to go on our socials if you follow us and see it there. But she's a businesswoman. She writes children's books. She's a philanthropist. She's got her own charity as well. So yeah, we're really looking forward to her. So yeah, that's coming up.
Last words from me is, if there is any opportunity presented, grab it. Don't grab it tomorrow, grab it right now. Yeah. We are inviting you to be part of a phenomenal organization for women. If you're in KZN, you're in business, and you want to learn more about actually growing in business, that is what I'm leaving with you. Your last words.
No, absolutely. I wish KZN Women in Business many years. And thank you so much for choosing the charities and encouraging women to think about other organizations as well, and giving them an avenue to live out their purpose. So thank you for that, and thank you for the support of TAFTA. And we're hoping that for our Mandela Day initiatives, we're going to have people come through to celebrate our 67 years for their own 67 minutes in our organization.
I encourage all women in business, come and learn about yourself. Come and grow, come and learn from the ladies in the room. Don't hesitate. You can only get better. You're not going to lose nothing. It's worst case scenario, you're going to have a good breakfast. You're going to meet some really amazing ladies, and who knows what can grow after that. And really it can be anything you do. Even if you're thinking of starting a business, come and visit us a couple of times, speak in the room, get ideas, and then from there you can go, okay. Or if you're not sure what an entrepreneurial journey will look like, all of us are very happy to connect with you, even one-on-one, to help. I mean, go on our website, www.kznwib.co.za, and all our upcoming meetings are there, how to become a member, all the details are there, email addresses to contact us. But we do hope to see you in the room soon.
Pouring into everyone. Don't forget to pour into you. Do something that makes you smile, something that fills your cup. Could be a walk, it could be reading a book, it could be anything, but fill your cup, because when you're someone that is giving, that is always doing something for the community, we sometimes forget ourselves. And I'm saying this because I work within the community, and I don't want to get home and I'm draining. I don't have any energy to look at my kids and say, I see you, I love you. So fill your cup, make sure you fill to the brim in order for you to be able to, because we're going to come and make a demand and say, please help us. So when we come, be filled to the brim. We appreciate what you're doing for the community. We see you, we love you, and we appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. That is just so beautiful.